I was called bossy all the time when I was a kid, and I'm sure a lot of it wasn't malicious, or it wasn't intended to hurt. But actually, when you get to the root of what's being said, it's not helpful. Let's have a look at some of the banned bossy clips that.
Okay. This is banned bossy. Take one.
Pushy. Stubborn. Stubborn. Pushy. Pushy. Stubborn. Stubborn. Bossy. 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 Bossy.
When I was growing up, I was called bossy.
I think the word bossy is just a squasher.
Being labeled something matters. By middle school,
girls are less interested in leadership than boys.
And that's because they worry about being called bossy.
We need to tell them it's okay to be ambitious.
we need to help them lean in
Words matter.
Let's just ban the word bossy.
and encourage girls to lead.
To be strong and be ambitious.
Listen to your own voice.
There are no limits. Dare to be you.
You can change the world.
Let's ban bossy.
Be brave. Be you.
Ban bossy.
Join us to ban bossy.
I'm not bossy. I'm the boss.
Encourage girls.
Now, Lauren, you have a special interest in looking at how these things affect the workplace.
Yeah.
And when it comes to young girls making career decisions, do you think that being called bossy or being told that, you know what, you need to have the little pink Barbie car does affect the way we make career choices, or maybe even the way we value our worth in the workplace?
Yeah, I don't think it's a hard and fast rule. You can't say that because a girl played with Barbies, she's just going to want to be a stay-at-home mom, or because a boy played with building blocks and trucks that he wants to go into construction. But I think that we do socialize children, and I'm not a mother, so I don't speak from my own experience, but I think that we socialize little girls and little boys into what's appropriate for their gender. So because of their biological sex, we say you should be in an engineering type of environment or play with Lego and Meccano and all of those things. And with girls, we let them play with tea parties and kitchen utensils. And I don't think there's anything wrong with either of those sexes doing that, but I think then there needs to be a lot more choice for children, because what you then see in the workplace is that women who, or firstly in university choices, you have a lot less girls going into maths and science education, and then obviously a lot less of them going into engineering or science, but you also then see in the workplace that women, a lot of it, like a girl's situation, and those types of words that we've used to define girls in the home or in the school, when they're in the workplace, suddenly if they try to be domineering or in control or be assertive, it's suddenly seen as a negative thing, because that's a boy thing to do. And on the opposite, if a boy or a man in this instance starts to, demonstrate more feminine qualities, being gentle, being a relational leader, you see them being ridiculed as well. So I think it has a very big effect on whether or not women are willing to take up leadership positions or enter a more male-dominated space, depending on how we've affected them or socialized them as a community and a society as a whole.
Right, now speaking in New York Magazine, Anne Friedman wrote, "I'm all for encouraging girls to lead, but the term bossy is hardly a problem big enough to warrant the combined star power of Sandberg and Beyonce, Jennifer Garner and Condoleezza Rice." Susan, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I actually think that language is very powerful. So I certainly think that little boys are never called bossy, they're called assertive. So language is very loaded, and I think women do struggle in the workplace to assert themselves and go into positions of leadership. When they do, and they sort of fight all these internalized voices, they're incredibly powerful and should be encouraged to do so. But I think these things are important to discuss and reflect on, and we should be mindful of how we are interacting with children, what language we're encouraging them to use, and allowing them to use in relation to others. Yeah.
Let's have a look at a critique of the Always ad too. This is from the Daily Beast, and a woman called Emily Shire wrote, "People are rushing to praise Always' latest ad. Yes, it's far more appealing on the surface to have pads and tampons promoted as somehow part of a larger goal to change the meaning of like a girl. But the campaign is shamelessly emotionally exploitative, and it demonstrates real problems: femaleness as a derogatory statement, decrease in self-confidence as women mature, in a beautiful and clear way, but then pretends that a corporate manufacturer of panty liners meant to help you feel fresher every day can really solve your problem. But I don't know if I entirely agree with this, because yes, always sell products for a period that we all get, but why can't they have a positive message on it? That's just my opinion.
I think tying into what you said earlier about how can bossy sort of encompass the whole myriad and complex of issues and the complexity of gender stereotyping and feminism. There's certain things that are more appealing to a mass audience, especially to a mass audience who's probably completely unaware of using those terms and maybe buying into those gender stereotypes.